Hi, I'm Carolyn, trichologist here at Absolique Hair Health Clinic, coming to you today and in this new decade with another hair loss treatment success story, and this one is a men's hair loss treatment success story. So people come to me and they want to have a look at concerns that they always say to me, my hair is thinning up here, particularly for men. It's a typical male pattern thinning. Now for this guy, he had a family history. His dad had lost most of his hair on the top. His mum had also had hair thinning, but it wasn't the typical pattern thinning. So he thought that it mainly, potentially could be your hereditary factors. But what he said to me is that he noticed it was getting thinner all over the scalp also, and it had only happened in the last year and 3 months. Now that's what's interesting, is if it is just the pattern hair thinning, it's very slow going, it's a slow progression, it's not a rapid loss. So it made me think potentially there's something else going on. So we use our consultation skills and services, and we go in and we found he was an otherwise healthy individual, but he had quite a lot of sports injuries, hip fracture. He hadn't had surgery or medication, but he had gone through a lot of healing and rehabilitation. So we decided to have a look at some blood tests, and what we found is that there was very low vitamin D, which is to do with the bone healing, which also generally means low essential fatty acids. Both of those are required for normal functioning immune system, and they also both support hair growth, which is interesting as well, hair, skin and nails. The bloods also showed that he had high ferritin, which is the storage of the iron, which can lead to this thing called hematomacrosis. So in hair loss, low ferritin is a super problem, but the high ferritin is just as much of a problem and generally overlaps with anxiety, B12 and all sorts of other things. So the blood tests really showed that there was underlying reasons. So then we got our microscope out and we had a look away from the area that he thought there was a problem. So we looked in the terminal area, and what we found is there was about 14 hairs per centimetre not growing properly. So what was actually happening is he had this diffuse type hair thinning because of the low vitamin D, the high ferritin, and the injuries and the healing that he had sustained. So we talked about the difference between overall hair loss, hair thinning and pattern thinning, and we formed a bit of a plan. So I always give people a step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 is really simple, but he wanted to go for some hair regrowth. However, he didn't want to use minoxidil or your typical Rogaine regain, and I didn't want to use it either because he had some scalp scale. So we went in and we used our product called GRN. So we have our own range here that we have made, so they're all safe formulas, they don't have any harmful ingredients, and they're natural alternatives to minoxidil, but they're not minoxidil at all. So we used our Absolique range. He did it for 4 months and we got a significant result. So we used obviously nutrition therapy and some basic topical stuff. So we were super happy that the hair filled in quite well in that time frame, and then we put him on a basic maintenance and checking in on more blood tests as well. So we just want to share our stories. We'll put some bigger pictures in a blog. It's a bit hard to show you on a video, but to say we get these kind of results all the time. The key is correct diagnosis and understanding what is actually happening. So if you want to share me your story or you have some questions, you just reach out by email, please. It's info@absolique.com.au, and don't forget, I can help people all over the world. We're based in Brisbane, but with Skype and technology, we can help everyone. Thank you.